Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake, from choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Every day when you log into ChumbaCasino.com, the ultimate online social casino, you get a free daily bonus. Imagine if you got daily bonuses in other parts of your life.
I chose French fries over loaded French fries.
I asked Stuart from accounting about his weekend, even though I don't care.
I updated my operating system without having to call tech support.
Collect your free daily bonus at ChumbaCasino.com now. And live the Chumba life. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we'll occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. All right, good morning, my beautiful people, and welcome to the Season of Self-Love, your daily dose of inspiration and growth. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and family. My beautiful people, today it feels so sacred. Not only it is our final Monday of this year, but I'm coming to you fresh from completing my 21-day sky breathing meditation challenge with the Art of Living. This morning was my last one of the challenge, and I am so happy that I was able to finish it. But this come right after completing my 60-day Proctor accountability journey with my sister. You know, Change My Paradigm, Change My Life. It's after you finish reading the book for the first time or listening to the book for the first time, At the end of it, he asks you to challenge yourself to 60 days of listening with accountability partner. And in that, I chose my sister, and it was only right because she was the one who actually told me about the book that was brought to her on that very day of October 21st or 23rd, one of them. And we started the challenge. We started it on October 24th, and we completed it as of last Monday, which was so amazing, so amazing. So when we talk about domination, this is what it looks like. Consistent practice, sustained growth, in a beautiful completion. So what I want to do before we get into today's episode, I want to take a quick break, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on this Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more, while bridging the gap between them all. And we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to xnyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. All right, well, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love, your daily dose of inspiration. This is your girl, the goddess, host, Nyomi Banks here. And today's episode is about breathe growth and gratitude, the year of the domination. Again, this is our last Monday, but before we get into our topic, I want to begin with a special breathing meditation honoring what we've learned, all right? So if you could just find a comfortable space and take a deep breath in, a very conscious breath in. Now I want you to feel the power of your breath, the wisdom it carries, the transformation that it brings. Now continue to breathe in, out. Now I want you to breathe into your growth, into your achievements, into your domination. Now I want you to feel how far that you've come through daily practices, through sustainable commitment, and through elevated awareness. Now I want you to take one final deep breath in, bringing this year's wisdom forward and ready to honor your journey. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. If you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, it's something that we do every day, Monday through Friday here. Again, on the Season of Self-Love podcast. Again, welcome. Family, let me share something so profound about our transformation. When I started these challenges, the 60-day with Bob Proctor, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, and a 21-day of sky breathing, I didn't realize how they will weave together. But that's what domination looks like, layers of growth supporting each other. So let me share these three insights from these different practices. One is the power of consistency. The 60 days of the paradigm work with my sister and I was an amazing, not only transformation, but it also showed us how powerful and how disciplined that we can be. You have two individuals with two different households, two different lifestyles. They come together for a common ground. But not only but that, but also it showed us about a commitment to each other. The desire to want change, not only for ourselves, but for our family and whoever else in the world that we are able to help. Because trust and believe that what we are doing here is we are working on ourselves to make ourselves a better person. So then we can help and assist others do the same thing that we're doing, to tap into their inner God, to tap into their inner power that God has given each and every one of you. The next one is the 21 days of breathing consciousness. With this one, it was created from the Art of Living center that I went. Remember I spoke about it? I went for a weekend at a spiritual retreat. It was something very new for me, and this was a part of me challenging myself from the paradigm work. I did a 10-day challenge with some of my listeners here, and I thank you again for joining me and trusting me in that challenge. But through that challenge, it was one of the exercises that I created for them. But I also took upon that challenge for myself and said, let me do something new. And going to that retreat was something new for me. It allowed me to see different things. It allowed me to tap more into my inner gifts that was given to me, and as well as understanding what the breathing is helping for me to do. And me completing that today was, now I'm able to take the next few days to implement it into a regular routine for me of what I've already been doing and how that looks like. But also what it does, it's a daily commitment to creating lasting change. So when you do the power of consistency, that's what it is. And so you can jot this down if you want to, but for me, my affirmation is each morning practice building on the last. So each morning's practices building on the last. The next one is the gift of partnership. As I mentioned before, our sister accountability for the paradigm shifts did so much for not only our relationship, but just understanding who we are as individuals and who we are of my mother and my father. There is so much strength between the both of us that we couldn't even imagine. And I cannot wait again. I cannot wait to see what my sister does. I know it's going to be amazing. But also the community support and the breathing practice with the art of living. As we had a session about 2 weeks ago, and that was great. And she was kind of shocked that when she, came on, that we were actually doing the breathing exercise called Sky. And I said, yeah. I said, I came to that retreat with an intention of learning, of bettering myself, of getting deeper into what I had an intention to get down. That's my only thing. And so everything that is given to me, I'm applying it to my life, what applies and what's aligned with it. And the strength of shared journey. Not only was my sister my partnership, but also you are my partner. You are my partner, and I thank you all who had joined the challenge throughout the whole entire year. Not just the 10-day book challenges, but we had challenges throughout the year. We actually began this year with a challenge. It was a 9-day challenge that we had.
Do you know the number one thing that surprises engaged couples? Take a guess. The sheer amount of decisions they have to make while planning a wedding. Indoors or outdoors? How many guests? Are kids invited? Controversial. Which cake flavor? Seriously, how do you even begin to figure out what's right for you? That's where Zola comes in. Zola has everything you need to make every wedding decision a piece of cake, from choosing your dream wedding venue and vendors to deciding how to best spend your budget. With tons of customizable wedding websites, save the dates and invites, every detail will feel like you. Zola will even help you choose the gifts, experiences, and cash funds you really want. The next thing you know, you've planned your whole wedding all in one place. From getting engaged to getting married, Zola has everything you need to plan your wedding in one place. Start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
And we continue on that challenge for every month. But what I'm doing here is I'm building a community. A community where we have and we can do is we can rise together. We can rise higher together. And the last one is the joy of completion. Finishing strong in both practices, both in a 21-day and that 60-day challenge. Because in 60 days, a whole lot can happen. And we stay strong in it. We stay committed. And we stay accountable for not only ourselves, but for each other. Seeing tangible transformations. That's the thing. One of the biggest things is being aware and seeing it and understanding what our paradigm was or is and how we're going to change it, and understanding its deeper purpose. But also with this affirmation is every ending is a new beginning. Every ending is a new beginning. So let's talk about the year of domination review. We're just going to do a few. In January, remember we were talking about leading in cultivating a positive mindset, but that was also with bringing intention into the new year, with us setting our foundation, building new patterns, and preparing us for growth. And then in February, we welcome Dr. Will Washington as our resident therapist here. He had been coming on for two episodes a week. And Dr. Will has been very busy lately, but he will be coming back, to share, some of his teachings and things of that, and helping us to move forward. But that was a great collaboration. That was a great added addition to the season of self-love. And that came from me trusting and believing the process and removing my ego and pride aside and just let go. And I just want to remind you how that came across. Remember, I was sitting at my altar. And with that prayer is asking for help, asking for assistance. Because then I knew, okay, this right here, this is bigger than what I ever thought that it could be. And I know I'm going to need assistance on this earth. So send me someone that's heart is just as pure as mine. So January through August is about building our foundation, creating new patterns, and growing stronger every day. So remember, we took those few months off. And we came back strong with healing beyond betrayal. It was something in those 3 months that when we took off that I understand it's like, okay, we started off good in the beginning of this year, but it's something different that needs to be done, and I need to figure that out. And so I took my time to step away to kind of get like, okay, what is it that I need to do? And I remember in my meditation and in my prayers asking God to guide me. Whatever comes to, it comes to me. In the beginning of this year, we did not have any guests. The only guest that we did have was Dr. Will, and again, he was no longer a guest. He was a part of our home, our family. So in September was the first that we opened up to amazing guests. As I say, amazing partners, amazing family members. And that was with the Healing Beyond Betrayal. We did a 30-day healing challenge. It was amazing. Our community support was growing and also finding strength in the vulnerability. So our pain became power. And if you are new here and you haven't listened to any of those shows from that month, from that series, 30 Days, Healing Beyond Betrayal, go back and listen. Amazing guests with amazing stories, transformation, healing. Yes. And let's talk about in October, the act of balance in life. For me, that was a very real raw that I feel that happened in front of the world right here. My vertigo was diagnosed, teaching me real balance, teaching me about real balance before I didn't know. It's my birthday in October. The scales, all about balance in life. If there was not messages that was going all through there for me, but also that is where I created my 102-page guide of learning to pause and breathe in all of those things. So my challenges are becoming wisdom for me. In November is living life abundantly, starting our journey with Bob Proctor, the 10-day book challenge, expanding our minds, but also beginning with my 60-day accountability journey. So at that time right there, we were having seeds of transformation that was planted. And see how all of this is just coming to a whole in December. Elevate your life. Not only that, but we were able to celebrate 200 episodes. 200 episodes. But also by completing both challenges. ending the year with a double completion. And for me, it's everything is aligning perfectly. I remember listening to the book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. And I remember when I first heard it, bam, it clicked. I understand exactly what was happening in my life. Because remember, I told you in October, I was all off balance. I couldn't even get my shows together for November. I couldn't create my ebook. I couldn't do anything. But that's when I learned is that because everything is not aligning. You're not living what you're talking about. Oh, you living off balance here. You live beyond healing. You healed. You can talk about that because you've healed beyond your betrayal. Right here. You're balancing life with everything that you have. But are you truly living abundantly? How can you do that and you haven't changed your paradigm? You don't even know what your paradigm is. And that was brought to me in October. And I know you're like, Nyomi, how do you get that so fast? I was already there. These are just someone tapping me on my shoulder, reminding me, as I am reminding you. And again, throughout each one of these series, we had amazing guests that came through. That had everything aligned so perfectly. And that's why things were able to move so smoothly. But looking back at our journey through 2024, I can see how every series, every challenge, every moment was like a breath. Inhaling new wisdom, exhaling old patterns. From January's foundation setting to December dual completion, we've been breathing in growth and breathing out limitations. All right, family, I want to share something on how these practices transform me. With physical changes that I'm able to deeper breathe awareness. My nervous system is calmer, and I have greater energy flow. So my breathing has become meditation. I'm able to do that with so much ease. My mental shift from clearer paradigms, sharper focus, enhanced presence. Allowing my mind to becoming still and spiritual growth, a deeper connection. It enhanced my intuition, and I'm at greater peace. Allow me for my spirit to become free. And family, here's what moves me deeply. How these practices mirror our entire year. Just as each sky breath requires me for commitment, each paradigm shift requires consistency. Our whole year has been about showing up day after day, breath by breath, and choice by choice. So before we close today, let's honor these different things, our community, our daily practices, our sustained efforts, a beautiful completion. Remember that. Our community, our shared journeys, our collective growth, our united elevation. Let's honor our continuation, our new beginnings, our higher vision, and our continued rise. See, my beautiful people, as we prepare to close this powerful Monday, I want you to take one final deep breath together. And this breath represents everything. A year of growth. Our completed challenges. Our collective rise. Our continued elevation. That is what this breath represents. But I also want to take a moment to create what I call a domination dedication is breathe in gratitude. Breathe in gratitude for every step taken. Breathe in gratitude for every paradigm that is shifted. Breathe in gratitude for every breath conscious. Breathe in gratitude for every victory shared. Hold this awareness of how far we've come. Hold the awareness of what we've built together. Hold the awareness of where we're heading. Hold the awareness of who we've become. And release with intention for our continued rise. Release with intention for our next level. Release with intention for our greatest purpose. And release with intention for our collective elevation. So my beautiful family, I thank you for sharing this sacred journey with me from my morning final sky breath to this moment with you. I feel nothing but gratitude. Nothing but gratitude. And tomorrow we'll gather one final time to bridge a form of domination to rebirth. To our rebirth. That's next year's theme for the whole entire year. So until tomorrow, I want you to remember to love yourself first. This is your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on this season of self-love. And I thank you so much. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer. Have a good one.
How to have fun, anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com. VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
An O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card is the perfect gift for that hard-to-buy-for person. Give the gift of convenience from O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.